So we are continuing with the types of blood vessels. I've already talked about the arteries. These are the tubes that transport blood under high pressure from the heart to all parts of the body. And you know the functions of the heart is to pump blood, and therefore the blood is pumped from the heart to all parts of the body through the arteries, which are tubes. We also have the capillaries. These are tiny tubes which are connected to the main tubes, which is the arteries and the veins. So we have the capillaries. These are tiny tubes which are connected to the arteries and the veins. They also transport some of these materials, that is the food nutrients, oxygen and the rest. So you can see that the capillaries allows exchange of materials, that is oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, salt, and the rest of materials which blood transport or the system transport. So once again, we have oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, salt in the body, which is exchanged by the capillaries between the blood and the surrounding body tissues. And that is the capillaries. Now we also have the veins. The veins are vessels that carry blood under low pressure to the heart. So whilst the arteries transport blood from the heart to all parts of the body, the veins carry blood to the heart. That is from all parts of the body to the heart. It means that as the blood flows from the heart to all parts of the body, the same blood also flows from the part of the body to the heart. And this is what we call the to and flow of blood. And remember that without the movement or the flow of blood in your system, the human system cannot function well. Now let's look at the differences between arteries and veins. Differences between arteries and veins. Now, for the arteries, it transports blood away from the heart, as you already know. It transports blood away from the heart to all parts of the body, and the veins transport blood from all parts of the body to the heart. Let's look at another difference here. You can see that the arteries carry oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood is a blood that is composed of oxygen. Oxygenated blood. Blood that is made up of oxygen or air. So you can see that the arteries transport oxygenated blood, whilst the veins transport or carries deoxygenated blood. So we have oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. So you can see that deoxygenated blood, it means that the oxygen is not present here, but we have the oxygenated blood which is present in what? Oxygen or air. So this is what the veins transport, and this is what the arteries transport. Let's look at another difference between arteries and veins. You can see that the arteries do not have valves. The valves are the part which prevents the backflow of blood. There are certain tubes or there are parts which prevent the backflow of blood. That is a valve. So you can see that the arteries do not have valves, but with the veins they have valves. Now the walls of the arteries are very thick. That's the second or the other differences between the arteries and the veins. The walls of the arteries are very thick, and that of the veins are very thin. They have thin walls. Now let's talk about the last difference here. You can see that the arteries transport blood under high pressure. That is force. The movement of blood from the heart to all parts of the body comes with force or pressure. But with the veins, the movement is under low pressure. The movement of blood from all parts of the body to the heart is under low pressure. So this is what we can say about the differences between the arteries and the veins, which are the two main parts of the blood vessels. But we have the capillaries, which connect the two together. So don't forget, we have the component or part of the blood or the circulatory system which involve the blood, or which is made up of blood, the heart, and the blood vessels. These are the components or parts of the circulatory system of humans. We've been able to talk about the heart and the functions. We've also talked about the blood vessels and the functions of the vessels and the three main types of the vessels, the blood vessels. And we also know the meaning of circulatory system, which is a system responsible for transporting materials throughout the entire body. And we've also seen some substances or materials transported by the circulatory system. CS is circulatory system. We know the following are the substances. We have the food nutrients, we have water, and we have oxygen. So these are substances or materials transported by the circulatory system. We've been able to, I hope you have achieved our objective for today's lesson. Continue to revise your notes until we meet again. Bye bye and God bless you.